moving on. I know for 110% fact I am in the minority of this. I do not like Dishonored. I just never got into. I've never got into
How
it.
dare you?
It's a little too whimsical for me, and like the setting was never like appealing to me. But I realize a good game when I see one, and it definitely was good. It just wasn't to my taste. Dishonored 2 is kind of changing that for me. It looks a lot more fun. It looks a lot more like where I can dive into it and experience it and have a lot more fun than like having to like it to have fun.
Okay.
Right.
This one seems like it's a lot more accessible to other people, and it seems like it has a lot of cool features in it, and I'm kind of excited for it. I loved that slow motion trailer they gave us a while back, where the lady's going in to assassinate the guy, and it goes into like super slow motion. I loved that aspect, and you find out it's the female, like what's it, his daughter or something like that, the original.
Yeah, from the original Dishonored.
Yeah, from the original Dishonored. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I like that concept and that idea, but I'm interested in what you guys think. Ronan, what did you think of the Dishonored 2 display that we got?
I hate to break it to you that you're not in the minority about how you felt about the first Dishonored. I played it, finished it, but I wasn't really all that compelled, and I wasn't that into what was going on at the time. I feel like this one has flipped that script upside down for me to the point where I'm invested in this now. I want to see what's happening, and I like the idea of how they've changed the gameplay and allowed these two different characters for you to play as well. And one thing they showed that I thought was kind of cool, I think they showed this during the Bethesda conference, was a certain part of the game where you can actually like manipulate fractions of time and go back and forth through time, through different scenarios and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool. Yeah. A really cool mechanic to have. So I'm very intrigued by this one this time around.
Okay, awesome. How about you, Young? Dishonored 2.
I love the original Dishonored. I love stealth games, and that game is just it's a sandbox for stealth players, because the powers are so like the level design and the powers. It feels more like you have tools and you can kind of experiment, and less like there's a scripted stealth scenario. In that sense, it's a lot like MGS5, where you can really do like try different things and see what happens. That's why I love Dishonored. I love the aesthetic of it. It's different, and yeah, I can totally see how it might not be to everyone's taste, but I love the aesthetic. It's different than anything I've ever seen. The powers combined with just the swiftness of the characters and the mechanics, and how quickly you can dispatch enemies if you strategize just right.
Yeah.
So I loved the original Dishonored, and Dishonored 2 just seems like an evolution of everything that Dishonored 1 did right.
Which is good. That's what you want.
The levels are bigger, much more verticality. Even like Dishonored 1 already had a ton of verticality, but this one like even more.
Stepped it up.
Yeah, stepped it up even more. The two characters, Corvo and I forget her name. I don't know.
Yeah, I keep forgetting her name too. Okay, there we go.
Emily.
Yes.
I'm curious to see how Emily's powers differ from Corvo. And from what I saw, it's very Spectre-like. It's very shadowy and stuff. Yeah. Whereas Corvo's, it's more, just very, I don't know, just typical powers like dash and, all just typical stuff.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my game of Bethesda's press conference, which was pretty lackluster.
Yeah, it was.
Jesus Christ! Like
that Skyrim thing. I was like, have you ever played Skyrim on the PC? It already looks like that.
I mean, it's mostly for console players who can't mod their games like PC players can. But it was still like, I don't know, just they had nothing like holy shit mind blowing to show during the press conference.
Literally thought we were going to see an Elder Scrolls 6.
No, I had no hopes for that. Not this early. And
we did get some new DLC for Fallout, though. No,
I mean, we kind of knew that was coming, though, right?
And conveyor belts. You're not super excited for conveyor belts.
They showed like a minute of footage for like for each DLC, and that was it. And then they just kind of brushed it over. Just I think the big announcement was supposed to be Quake Champions, which is basically Unreal Overwatch. I haven't seen any gameplay of it, but Bethesda's conference was just really underwhelming for me until Dishonored 2. Yeah. That's that they saved that for last, but just felt like they didn't really have many announcements, and they just hosted a press conference for the hype, and so people would tune in.
Yeah.
But they actually didn't
Yeah.
have something press conference worthy, whereas every other one kind of felt like they did have some pretty decent stuff to show to warrant a press conference.
Okay.
So, but anyway, yeah, Dishonored 2, awesome.